Since the original 1984 release of The Karate Kid with Ralph Macchio and Pat Morita, the franchise has expanded greatly, including multiple sequels, a reboot, and 6 seasons of the hit show Cobra Kai. Following these successes, a new movie, Karate Kid Legends, is set to release on May 30th, 2025. But as a new generation of fans and world-building approach, how well does the original Karate Kid movie hold up on its own? In this review, we'll start with our big move from home into the beloved storyline of Daniel Larusso. Next, we'll settle into our new home and friends by analyzing the movie's scenery and acting. Finally, we'll finish with a powerful kick and look at the movie's everlasting themes. In case you still haven't seen the original Karate Kid, this review will contain spoilers. The Karate Kid follows a cliché storyline of a teenager, Daniel Larusso, who moves from New Jersey to California. Daniel faces all the typical conflicts of guys his age: school, girls, and self-defense. When Daniel meets Mr. Miyagi, a maintenance man in his apartment complex, it sparks a long-lasting friendship where Daniel must learn what karate really is to keep karate-fighting school bullies known as the Cobra Kai off his back. It features all the necessary elements of a classic high school movie, but they become a little distracting. Daniel's will-they-won't-they relationship with his love interest Allie is a nice addition. However, the typical misunderstanding trope when Daniel sees his bully Johnny try to kiss Allie diminishes its value. The resolution of this conflict also felt rushed for the sake of the plot. One thing I really enjoyed about the story was how full circle every element was, from Miyagi's heat massage to the final crane kick. The movie's ending is satisfying and clean, it's predictable, but this movie is fun to watch, and I find myself rewatching it for the plot. I rate the storyline a 7 out of 10. The friendship between Daniel and Mr. Miyagi doesn't feel unnatural. Ralph Macchio and Pat Morita develop their characters' relationship well, from awkward strangers to a more familial feel. I thought the interactions between the teenagers were realistic, save for a few moments between Johnny and Allie, and Allie's friends and Daniel, that felt a little too cliche to be believable. Still, overall, the acting was never hard to watch. I also enjoyed the scenery and coloring of this movie. Backdrops that particularly stood out were Miyagi's house, the beach, and of course the karate tournament. Something I loved visually was how the earthy tones of Miyagi's home, reflecting a pacifist use of karate, are contrasted with the more passionate red tones used at the tournament against the Cobra Kai. Overall, I rate the scenery and acting an 8 out of 10. Like many other high school movies, The Karate Kid centers around themes of growth, perseverance, and friendship. For a teenage audience, there's value in watching Daniel Larusso break out of his learned helplessness to expand his skills and attach importance to peace. Miyagi and Daniel's relationship is also inspiring and praises the unexpected but beautiful parts of life. This movie also takes a darker turn and presents themes of grief and even historical injustice when Miyagi reveals the tragic passing of his wife and son in an internment camp during World War II. While the scene in the movie was abrupt, the unexpected turn added depth to Miyagi's character by drastically contrasting from his established persona. The themes of Karate Kid flow naturally, and none of them felt like they were forced onto the audience. I rate the themes a 9 out of 10. The Karate Kid remains a cult classic even after all this time. As a standalone movie, its characters and story are easy to follow and make for a nostalgic watch. It's still one of my favorite movies to go back to, and hopefully new fans of the franchise can still appreciate the movie that started it all. My final rating for the original 1984 The Karate Kid is an 8 out of 10. Reporting for FHNtoday, I'm Vanessa Ng, signing off.